Years later, we are looking back on a storm that changed so many lives and landscapes.
WDRB's Darby Bean shows us how Louisville is remembering the 1974 super outbreak of tornadoes and what we've learned from it. Darby?
This outbreak, even as the years have passed, is something people tell us they still talk about with their neighbors, an event others say they will never forget. In total, it impacted 13 states, included 148 tornadoes, and claimed more than 300 lives.
In the record books, 1974 is still one of the worst tornado outbreaks to have occurred in the country.
50 years later, it's far from forgotten.
This was then and remains now a benchmark by which other outbreaks are judged.
These images are still memories for some of what happened in April 1974 when deadly storms swept through multiple states and cities, including here in Louisville.
This was the first tornado outbreak that was so bad that we gave it a special name in the United States, a super outbreak. And there has just been one more since then in 2011, April 27th, 2011, that was comparable.
David Reeves worked for the National Weather Service at the time here in the city.
Title was lead forecaster. I was responsible for putting out forecasts and warnings.
He says he had no idea how destructive this storm would prove to be as damage reports started coming in.
I picked up a telephone, I called home and told them to go to the basement. That's the only time in my career I ever did that. But I knew that what it had done at Brandenburg, and it was headed right toward our community.
Home video shows roofs ripped away, giant trees on their side, and houses beyond repair.
The Northfield subdivision left in tatters.
Looked at Cherokee Park. 10,000 trees in 90 seconds were downed. And I thought, how in the devil are we going to rehabilitate that park?
But today, even with dark clouds next to the sun shining through, the story is one of resilience. One neighbor sharing pictures of their home damaged.
This house without the roof is our current residence.
Decades later, it's standing strong, like the trees planted after the storm and the work done to rebuild.
It can be so hard to look back. Memories flood our hearts, remembering what was lost. But remembering can also be healing.
Healing and sharing as time passes 50 years. There were also a lot of advancements because of this storm, like more funding and research for technology, as well as better communication to let people know about severe weather. Reporting with photojournalist Chad Cantliner, Darby Bean, WDRB News.